Good morning, Joy Nook Book Club. I am so excited. We are now, as you know, in season 2 of the Joy Nook Book Club. I hope you have subscribed, shared this with someone because we have some phenomenal authors coming on board for our spotlight. Don't forget that we also have our children's book author where her spotlights are showing up. Her interview spotlights are showing up on Sunday evenings at 6 o'clock. So I am so excited for this new season. The shows are growing. The authors, oh my goodness, are changing hearts, minds, and spirits. Are being led by where God is leading them. And I am so honored and feel so blessed to be able to be in their presence to be able to share with you. And with that being said, I had a full out, I had lined all of these lines on today's author spotlight. Okay. We have with us Sandra Rumph Jackson. And like I said, I had all these lines filled out. And then she gets on, she says, "Hello, beautiful." And y'all know how I get when someone says hello, beautiful to me. I was like, I got so excited. And then her smile and her spirit just resonated through the screen. And then she said, "I have some exciting news." This exciting news came yesterday, and I get to interview her the next day and be able to use this as her intro for her bio. Now, her full bio, as you know, will be in the description box below. All of her contact information and all the things, okay, Joy Nook? So don't get in a tizzy, all right? But I have to read this because this is an accomplishment that a lot of authors don't get to reach, okay? And for those that do, it is wonderful. So I am reading this from my phone, okay? Y'all see this, okay? So I'm not playing around. And it says here, and you can find this on her Facebook page, all right? It is written Publishing LLC is truly honored to be a part of the journey of Sandra Rumph becoming an Amazon bestseller. It is with great pleasure to share she is in Amazon's top 10 bestsellers in the following categories. Number 1, spiritual growth. Number 2, prayer. Number number 2, in inspirational prayer. Number 3, in faith and spirituality. Number 5, in Christian devotionals. Amazon's top 100 bestsellers in the following categories. Did you hear what I said? Top 100. She is number, you ready? I need to have sound effects on here. She is number 17 in Christian spiritual growth. I'm telling you, I told you before, last season, I told you, I am bringing to you people that, you know what? Otherwise, you may not know. And now you know. We have a bestseller in our midst. I am so honored today to be able to drop the mic to our number one best-selling author, Sandra Jackson. The floor is yours.
It is it is an absolute honor to be here on your show. Oh my gosh, may God bless you for the opportunity to come in. I just want to speak to men and women everywhere around the globe. I want you to know that you are important and that your dreams and your aspirations will come to fruition. I know you've been waiting for a long time. And I know sometimes, that voice comes to your ear and it tells you that you're never going to make it, you're not going to amount to anything. But today, I'm coming to you all the way from Noblesville, You probably don't know where that is, but Noblesville is a very quaint, upscale place. Nice place to raise your children. So I'm coming to you to let you know you're going to make it. Don't stop. Don't quit. There's no quit in you. Oh my gosh, I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm a best selling author. I'm in the top 100. How did that happen? A lot of prayer, a lot of faith in God, a lot of hard work, and a lot of support. People supported me, and that's how I am now. What is it? Amazon bestseller. I am ecstatic. I don't even know what to do. How did I become a bestseller? I became a bestseller because God downloaded in me a book. And the title of that book, and I want you to run right now and get the pre order, it is Trauma, Grief, Pain Bodies, and Healing. And if you don't mind, I would like to read to you just a portion of chapter 1, which is entitled Broken Pieces. And I want to ask you a question. How many pieces have you been broken into? The verse of the day: to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. That's Isaiah 61 and 3. It's all for his glory. Have you grasped that rejection, abuse, adultery, lying, unfaithfulness, and abandonment are only a few reasons that may cause brokenness? Have you ever felt like somebody voluntarily broke you into many pieces? Restoration may seem challenging when looking head on at the raw, disappointing picture of your reality. You are not alone. I must admit, this morning, while in my prayer closet, many thoughts raced through my mind about my broken pieces. However, I gave my numerable fragmented pieces to God, the one who can mend each piece together and make me whole again. But how can I be broken when I'm a mother of 9 children, a sister, an auntie, a friend, an evangelist, a host, a paraprofessional, a life insurance agent, and an author? How can I be broken? How can I help others and raise children when I have pushed my pain deep down inside of me? I can't, nor can you. Until the pain is dealt with and eradicated, raising healthy children is next to impossible. Let's strive to heal, to be our best selves going forward. So many questions may flood the mind, like, am I worthy of wholeness or have the ingenuity to complete the process? Do I have that? Can we calculate our fragmented pieces? No, they are innumerable. You may have been shattered, crushed, burdened, oppressed, suppressed, depressed, and split into many parts. Perhaps tears are flowing down your soft cheeks as I reflect the depth of your brokenness. It's all right, my baby. It's all right. It's all right for you to cry. However, this minute, God is present and he is wrapping his arms of compassion around you. Consequently, the power of freedom is accessible. While in my closet, I had an encounter with God. He swept over my mind and my body and left me feeling pretty good inside. I advise you to go into your walk in closet and embrace solid communication with God. You can receive your healing not tomorrow, but today. There is thorough healing available and waiting for you right now. I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, it's much, much more. This book, I have challenged you on in every chapter, I leave you a challenge. I challenge your life, your purpose. I challenge you to become whole. I challenge you to go into those places where you have refused to go. There's a chapter in this book called Pain Bodies. And I ask many people, do you know the term? And they say, no, I've never heard of it. I challenge you to do the research and to find out, what are your pain bodies? What are your triggers? What make you tick? How do you want life to be? How do you want your husband to treat you? How do you, husband, want your wife to treat you? And I want you to be all right with knowing who you are from the time you wake up in the morning until the time you lie down at night. I want you to set boundaries for your life, and I want you to stop the madness of allowing other people in your life and in your space to control how you feel and how you act, how your day will become. I want you to become whole. And so, yeah, God woke me up and told me to write this project just for you. I didn't write it for me, I wrote it for you. He said, I want my children to become whole. Mm, that's deep. When God has a purpose for your life, He said, I'm tired of the fragments. How long are we going to live broken? Now is the season in 2022 for us to become whole again. So I want you to go now. It's on ebook in Amazon, amazon.com. Type in my name, Sandra E. Jackson, and all of my projects will come up, right? I have a website, Sandra Rumph, rumph.com. That's simple, right? Sandra Rumph.com. Um, I speak to men and women all over the world and encourage them that they have a purpose and their purpose will come to fruition. I am getting a call and I don't even know where it's coming from. I can't hear you.
Okay. I let me do
Got it.
this.
I got
You
it.
got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm so sorry.
That is okay. That's, you know what? Sometimes shows happen that way. I do a podcast on Mondays, and so many things. I co-host one, and so many things can happen. That's just life. That's just life.
Amen. Amen.
And it's okay. Now, when you were reading, okay, because I read Tidbits of Wisdom,
Hmm.
a gem a day. Um, and that I is there a correlation between the 2 books?
No,
Okay.
there's not. Tidbits of
Okay.
Wisdom, a gem a day, is this. This was
Mhm.
my first devotional, and God gave it to me when I was living in Illinois.
Uh-huh.
I moved here 5 years ago, and all of a sudden in November, He said, "Now is the time."
Gotcha.
I was like, mm-mm.
Don't wanna do that.
I
Don't
didn't
want
know the first steps. I didn't know
right.
anybody that I didn't know the first steps. And so
Mhm.
that project was complete. And I think it was November 15th it went live,
Yeah.
right? My sister is a co-author. She's a pastor in Rochester, New York,
Mhm.
Pastor Renford, and she took over my dad's church. My dad deceased, so it's a landmark church of Harriet Tubman. The
Wow.
Railroad is there.
Right, right.
Very historical landmark, and I'm grateful to God for allowing me to be part of the Rumph lineage and the Rumph family. My parents had 15 children. Woo! Jesus, how did
Well,
they
you
do that?
didn't do too bad yourself,
I didn't
though.
do two. I'm not too shabby at all. Nine, right?
Right,
9 children. How did
right.
I do that? All I can say is it had to be in the plan of God
Yeah, yeah.
because it was definitely not in my plan.
Right, 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 right.
But I'm grateful that He chose me.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
chose me, and He thought I was big enough to carry the load.
gotcha.
He trusted me.
Mm,
My God, He
yeah.
trusted me. That's huge.
That is.
God trusted me with
Mhm.
all of this stuff,
Right.
and everything is not a pretty picture.
No.
If
Right.
we face reality and face the truth.
Yeah.
One, I'm really huge on people trying to perpetrate.
Mhm. Right.
To me, it's falsehood, right? You're trying
Mhm.
to portray to the world that you're something and you're not.
Right, right.
And so I ask God often, help me to be real,
Mhm,
raw, and
mhm.
transparent.
Mm.
So in my book, Trauma, Grief, Pain, Bodies, and Healing, I'm raw. I tell things that no one knows about me but me.
Right, right.
Because I want the people to know that we are just like you.
Mhm, mhm.
We just have a title,
Right, right.
you know? And so if people can become relatable,
Mhm.
then they can follow Christ
Yeah.
easier
Yes, yes.
than trying to think they have to be a perfect specimen, which there are no perfect people on the face of the earth.
There you go, there you go.
So there's imperfection everywhere.
Everywhere.
But
Mhm.
what God wants for us to do is to strive for perfection.
Oh,
But
yes.
you know what? He takes the heavy out of that. He takes
Mm.
the difficult out of that. And
Yes.
he says to us, if you come to me,
Mhm. Yeah.
clear your mind of your thoughts, adapt my thinking,
Yes.
become transformed, there's nothing
Nothing.
difficult.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. You don't
Mhm.
have, he said, I will take the taste of drugs away. I
Mm.
will take the taste of alcohol away.
Mm.
I will take away carousing and adultery and fornication.
Right.
I will take away lying and stealing and cheating. Just come to me. My
Right,
God, I
right.
felt that. Woo! He said, just come. It's
Right,
easy. All
right.
you have to do is surrender your will to me, and
Yes.
I will do all of the other work.
Yes, yes.
My God. And so who wouldn't serve a God like this?
Who wouldn't? But I will say this, I think sometimes people don't know where to start.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. They feel like they look at where someone that is speaking to them and that's drawn them in where they're at, and they forget that they were here too.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
someone had to do that for them. And I think sometimes we get caught up in that. And
We
it's just
do. We do.
um, I if your best-selling book right here is anything like Tidbits of Wisdom.
Yes.
Is it's easy. You make it really easy and plain for the reader to understand what God has given to us, has graced us with, and that it's for everyone.
God, you know, going to school was not an easy thing for me.
Mhm.
And it's not for a lot of people.
Right,
I'm
right,
not a good tester. And a lot of people are not a good tester.
right.
And so God said, take the difficult out of it.
Yeah, and you did.
Make it easy where they
Mhm.
can understand each word. Make it simple. That's how his
Yeah.
word is.
Yes.
He said, even a fool. Can
Baby,
understand. I'm a
God loves
healer.
babies and fools,
All
right?
right. He says, I'm a healer, I'm a deliverer.
Yeah.
Uh, I will set you free. He said, I made it simple. Each
Mm,
parable, they tried to make it complicated, but he said, no, it's easy.
right.
Go to the pool and wash.
Mm,
What? Go to the pool and wash, and then I'm going to get my sight?
right.
I've been blind. Are you
Right.
serious?
Right.
He said, I'm going to make it easy for you because it's
Mhm.
faith.
Yeah.
All we need is faith in God.
Yes.
So, trauma, everyone in the world has experienced
Mm,
some type of trauma. I don't care who you are.
right. Mhm.
Queen Elizabeth has trauma.
Yes.
President Obama has trauma.
Yes.
The Pope has
That's
trauma.
trauma. Yes.
The laity has trauma. The pastors,
Yes.
everyone on the face of the earth, whether they
Yes.
admit to it or not, has trauma.
Oh, yes.
Everyone in this last couple of years have experienced loss on a level in which it is unbelievable.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's the grief piece.
Right.
During this pandemic, we have been grieving.
Yes. Yes.
If we're not connected, we're bipartisans
Mhm.
of someone who is,
Right.
right?
Right.
Pain bodies. Pain
Mm.
bodies, I want you all to look up the definition. It's that thing that we suppressed and lie
Mm.
dormant. It lies dormant, silent, and we keep pushing it down. We push
Mm.
it, push it, push it down.
Right.
And
Right.
all of a sudden, there is a trigger.
Mm.
And you don't know what the trigger is.
Right.
And nobody in the room with you is aware of the trigger.
Yes. Yes.
But all of a sudden, you hear a tone escalate to a
Mm.
level in which it's uncomfortable.
Oh.
You see women running their husbands over because of
Mm.
infidelity. That's
Mm.
that pain body waking up.
Right.
All
Right.
right. So you see on the news people killing, taking lives that they have not even had the ability to bring lives
Right.
into the world, but
Right.
yet they're
Right.
they're taking lives. How
Mm.
can you do that?
Right.
It's because their pain bodies has awakened
Yes.
inside of them, and they don't know what to do with them.
Right.
And so
Right.
in this book, I talk about the pain bodies and I give you the opportunity to go there
Mm.
and to deal with them and to work them out so you won't be that person that's on the headlines of the news.
Right. Right.
And then I tell you about a God that can heal.
Mm. Yes.
And his ability to heal is unlimited.
Right.
My God.
Right.
So the doctors put, diseases and so many names, girl. I can't even pronounce them.
Right. Right.
The
Right.
medications, so many
Right.
titles of it. How did they come up with that name?
Who are you telling? And then they put a commercial out that has all of it on there, and we sitting up there going, "Oh, I need to get me some of that so I can feel better."
Yes.
All of that. Yes.
I came to tell everybody that Jesus is our
Mm.
physician.
Yeah.
And he said, they that are whole need not a physician. He said, I'm talking to those that are not whole.
Yeah.
Those that have been battered by the storm and the Euroclydon winds
Yeah.
and the mountainous situations that has arisen in your life. I came for you. I'm for the underdog. And
Yes.
so, like Jesus, I'm for the underdog.
Mm.
Those that think that they don't have a future anymore, that they think they're washed up, they think that it's all over because the people that they thought would pat
Yes.
them on the back, they haven't patted them on the back.
Right.
The people
Right.
that they thought were going to call them to the mic has not called them to the mic. The people
Yes.
that they looked up to and they for sure saw the anointing of God on
Mm.
their life. I'm speaking to you.
Yes.
Your time is not over, and you have plenty of time to do the work of the ministry, and
Yes.
you're going to get that chance
Yeah.
regardless, because your time and God's time, once that connects, there's nobody in the entire world that can
Mm.
keep you from your purpose.
Yeah.
If you have a book inside of you, it's coming forth.
Ah, you saying it.
It's coming forth. I was at
Mhm.
the Heal Me Now retreat. My sister, Pastor Anderson, in Rochester, um, it was Faith Bible Tabernacle. She has a Heal Me Now retreat every year, and I'm the facilitator for There's Life After Divorce because I've been through a divorce. It's horrible. And
Right.
so
It is.
it's
Mhm.
horrible. And
Mhm.
so God gave me the tools of
Mhm.
survival, and I want to teach everybody who has gone through a divorce how to get up.
Yeah.
Get up, get up.
Mhm.
Put one foot in front of the other.
Yes. One
Grieve
step
that
at a time.
loss and
Yes.
move forward
Yes.
because God wants to catapult you to a
Mhm.
whole brand new world.
Yes.
I often think about had I sat down and I lived in over a $500,000 home when I was married, had a 3-car garage, had the 9 children,
Mm.
and the divorce happened.
Mm.
What do you do? How do you pick up the
How
pieces?
do you pick it up?
Wow, God helped me.
Mhm.
God helped me. And so
Yeah.
I want everybody to know it doesn't lie within yourself. Your help comes from God.
Yes.
And if you put your trust in Him, He will do the work.
Mm. Mhm.
So in this book, my God, broken pieces, like I put a quote in every chapter. I put some favorite hymns.
Oh, wow.
I put my favorite scriptures in there. I let you into some of my
Grandmothers
whole life.
love this.
Girl, it's totally different from tidbits.
Yeah,
But
and I can see it's
yeah,
almost like a even though there's even though you say there's no correlation for someone who has read tidbits in those 63 days
yes,
of tidbits and you having your heart to hearts and then your and then your food for thoughts, right?
yes.
Having that in there and then now going to this, honestly, it's like a growth. Like to me, the tidbits of wisdom can be used as those quiet times, but then I see that this number one bestseller, okay, trauma, grief, pain, bodies, and healing is wrapping it all up. It's just wrapping it all up, and then wisdom. You get that boost because you have some that are 2 minutes that you read those gems that are 2 minutes, and then you got your 10 minutes. With chapter 27. I was in Florida enjoying it with you, right? But then I was in chapter 32. In day 32.
Mhm.
you know, Going through that process. So it seems like you're writing, and I could be wrong. You can correct me, but your writing has a deep connection to show people that in everything you experience, there is a lesson, there's a part of growth, and that as long as you keep your focus,
Ah, there you go.
you can withstand. Not and you said it so many times in the first section. You said it repeatedly that it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Just
Mm-mm,
because you know the word, you're living the word, it doesn't mean that it's easy. It just
mm-mm.
means that you have that peace, and you know where you get your strength from. And that's why I said, if I'm wrong, you tell me. But
Listen,
although you
listen.
might say there's no correlation, I really believe you're an author that puts so much of yourself into what you write that it has
It
those
is connected.
undertones,
Mm-hmm.
and which correlates and helps people. They can use both books
Hmm.
simultaneously.
Yes.
So I'm going to say, not only pick up trauma, not only pick up trauma, grief, pain, bodies, and healing, but don't forget about your tidbits of wisdom. I mean,
Exactly.
I truly
Yeah,
enjoy.
I can't do that. I want to give Ebony Harris her accolades. She
Yeah.
did the Tidbits of Wisdom for me, her publishing
Okay.
company. I think it's faith to faith, faith to faith. Um, an enormous project.
Mm.
And I pray God's blessing upon her for
Yeah.
taking that on. I want to give Miss Verlisa Waring her accolades for
Mm.
trauma, grief, pain bodies,
Wonderful.
and healing.
Mm.
So you asked me, are there correlations? I said no at first glance, but now what God is speaking through me right now to say to you, He said, I wanted to still you first
Yeah. Uh-huh.
to get your mindset ready and
Yes.
prepared
Yes.
for the hard work,
Yes.
for the emptying out, for the
Mm.
restoration, for
Yes.
the flourishing, for there's
Yeah.
a shifting going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Mm-hmm.
shifting. So tidbits of wisdom, yeah. mm, it was deep, it was profound, it was
Yes.
good stuff. It was that stuff that you want to chew on daily.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, I tell the time in which it will take you to read each page. I did the
Yes.
same thing in this one. All right. Um, but I put the meat in this one.
Gotcha. We that was appetizer. So tidbits of wisdom is the appetizer.
And then the dessert is going to come.
Woo!
So let me tell you about this. Enough about that. Enough about that. I am so geeked about my anthology. I am the
Mm.
visionary of life after dot dot dot.
That.
Oh my God. What do
Mm.
the dots mean? I
Mm.
wish I had sent you the book cover so you could put it on the screen.
Mm.
But when I tell you, I'm going to try to describe it to you. How about that?
That'd be wonderful.
Ooh, Jesus. I put it on my
Y'all
screensaver.
enjoy this prompt too, because this is called good interviewing. Okay.
Oh my goodness. In the center of this white background that has a texture to it,
Mm.
and it is a shadow that looks like a cross.
Mm.
Ooh, God
Mm.
led me to it. In the center is a red heart. In the center of the heart,
Mm.
the word in cursive is love.
Mm.
All of the words splashed on the cover are wholeness, anger, depression, disease, cancer,
Mm.
addiction, forgiveness, rape, molestation, loss, grief, you name it.
Oh wow.
There are going to be over 20 co authors
Wow.
who will write their stories for
Mhm.
God's glory to let men and women all over the world know that they can make it.
Yeah.
The publicist, she's going to write about being raped at the age of 5 years old.
Mm.
I cannot wait
Woo.
to read her story.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
so I'm praying for everyone
Yeah.
because, as you know, you're an author. It's not easy writing.
It's not.
You have to go to places that you have suppressed on
Yes.
purpose because
Yes.
you know you
Mhm.
can't function in life if you deal with those
Right.
skeletons in your closet.
Right. You have to relive it, and as you're writing it, sometimes your tears are gonna come,
Mm,
the pain is gonna hit you. You're gonna walk away and be like, "Why am I doing this to myself?" But your story is not for you, it's for someone else.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
for someone else. I I oh my gracious. Sandra, this has been wonderful. And join the club. I know that as you are listening to her, you're going to hear her voice in what you read. Please. We're going to tell you again before we close out where you can find it. Also, in the description box below, you will be able to click on and go straight to Amazon so you can pick up Trauma, Grief, Pain Bodies and Healing. And and her other books. And like I said, I read Tidbits of Wisdom. Okay. So so I'm telling you, and then she has more to come. I read the appetizer. Now I need to go ahead and read the entree and then get and prepare myself to read what's going to be for the dessert. So before we close out, Sandra, could you please tell us again where we can find your book?
You can find my book on my Facebook page. There's a link, and if I'll send you the link in the chat right now, where you
Okay.
can go and purchase the book. But my website right now, you can go to my website, sandrarumph.com. 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 You will see the first book. It's the cover. It's really beautiful. I want to give accolades to Tam. She did the cover. Um, you will see all of my projects on my website. So I think that's the best place for you to go right now. You can type in Amazon.com and type in my name, Sandra E. Jackson, and you will come up with all of my projects. And if you don't mind, lady, I would
Yes.
like to sing just a little bit of my song that I've been singing, just to encourage the people.
All right, you go on and close us out.
I've got an angel watching over me. I've got an angel watching over me. And my angel is there to protect me. Glory. I've got an angel and it's watching over me. God gave me an angel to watch over me. God gave me an angel to watch over me. And mm, my angel is there to protect me. God gave me an angel, yeah, and it's watching over you and me.
Thank you so much. Joy Nook Book Club, peace and blessings.
Love you.